Welcome to another exciting episode on Ben's Page Turners. I am Linus Godwin, and with me today I have Sir Dan Ivan. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And also today we have Mrs. Arams Christie. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
In our previous episode, we started looking at the guiding principles of success, and we started looking at self-government, the principle on self-government, and we considered 5 principles in this booklet. Today we'll continue on the principle, and then first we'll be looking at attitude. So let's discuss attitude. Here it is written, a cheerful heart does good like medicine, but if your spirit is crushed, you could become depressed. There's a saying that says attitude is everything, that it encompasses the whole nature of a man, and we're talking about success here, and attitude is key to success. And what do you think about attitude as it relates to success or the general being of a man?
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm here this morning again. Oftentimes, people respond to situation in different ways, and attitude basically has to do with the way we respond to situation. For instance, if you've written an exam and you fail, so there are two ways you can respond. You can be depressed and then not happy with yourself for failing, and that can keep you down. On the other way, on the other side, you can decide, why did I fail? What can I do to pass this exam? I say both of these are attitude displayed, but the other attitude can help you to pick up and then do something better. For me, if we have a positive attitude, it can enhance our success in life.
Thank you, sir. You brought up two key elements here, positive attitude and negative attitude. Yeah. In the same situation, one can portray a positive attitude and then a negative attitude in the same circumstance. But it is written here that positive attitude is the end result of discipline we keep. So one gains a positive attitude as a result of discipline. Please talk more on that.
Yes, as it is written, positive attitude is the end result of what we keep. Definitely, with positive attitude, you will see that we'll be able to display things. In fact, when we are positive, when we have a positive attitude, there's basically nothing we cannot achieve. There's basically nothing we cannot do. With a positive attitude, when a child goes to school with a positive attitude, that child is meant to succeed in everything he do, because I'm coming in to learn, and he make up his mind, I know I'm going to learn. Whatever I'm going to be taught, I'm going to understand. So he never gave in to fear. He never think of anything negative. He will put all his strength, all his power towards achieving his goal, and at the end he will succeed. That is it with life generally. If I feel the situation in this country today is too difficult, there is nothing I can do to succeed, I will not succeed. But when I'm positive about it, no matter what the situation, it is all about life. It is all about survival. And when I struggle, I'm going to make it.
Thank you, ma'am. In her speech, she spoke lightly about the benefits of attitude. So here it is written that with a positive attitude, fear is maximized because problems will have a purpose. And that's to say every problem that comes our way have a purpose. But it's not everyone see it in that light. So how can this help?
Yeah, generally in life, like we're saying, that attitude could be positive or negative. Let's take, for instance, from the man who invented electricity. He made attempts several times and succeeded only once. For another person, that man would have given up. But for him, it was a learning process. He had learned several ways of not doing or how not to do that thing. Now, in the same way in life, situation comes our way, people treat us differently. But our response to them can determine whether we are going to succeed or we are going to fail. And if we don't learn to maintain a positive attitude in life generally, offenses are bound to come, disappointment will come. And if we don't learn to take advantage of this, things will not work fine. But let me to quickly tell you a story I read. It may be a fiction about a horse that the owner was not happy with and then decided to bury this horse in a pit. So every time they shovel the sand, the horse will shake the sand, and then the sand that was meant to bury the horse became the stepping stone for the horse to come out. Now another person will become depressed and say, these people want to kill me, maybe my time is come. So a positive attitude in life generally will enhance our ability to succeed fast.
So at the end of the day, it all depends on one's attitude towards a circumstance.
How we respond.
Yeah, how we respond to things that happens to us. Something comes to a circumstance could happen to somebody that is not even up to what happens to Mr. B.
Yeah.
But Mr. A comes out strong because he has a positive attitude. And I love what you said. We learn. It's something that we learn. So one can learn to act positively or negatively. Let's move quickly to the next principle, the self-government principle of parameters. A leader rejoices in people who know what they are doing and becomes angry with those who causes trouble. So as a leader, we rejoice when our people know what they are doing, but it's always an issue when we have people that cause problems. Now talking about parameters now, it's more or less like a line, right? A boundary line.
Yeah.
But many times people don't draw this line. It is more or less assumption. This person should know that this is how far you should go. But having gone through this principle, I think it's something that one should do cautiously. Please throw more light on that.
Yes, on this principle parameters, it's talking about drawing a line, setting boundaries about things. And as a leader, when you don't set boundaries, especially with your followers, as in what you want to do, what you want to achieve, this is where this road starts and this is where it ends. Even as an employer, you have employee, you should be able to bring out the job description for every employee. As the person is employed, you should be able to know, this is what I'm employed to do, this is the person I'm answerable to, this is the person I'm reporting to, this is where my job starts, this is where it ends. And when it ends, that is when another person's own job starts. By the time we are able to draw out this parameter, even as a parent at home, you with your children, with your husband, your wife, or whatever, if you are not able to draw up line, most of the time what you see there are always trouble at home, especially among the children, is when you have up to 2-3 children and you expect that in the morning the house chores should be done. You don't give responsibility. This one will sit there expecting that the other person is going to wash the plate. The other person will sit there and expect that this person is going to sweep the house. At the end, you'll find out that nothing is being done. By the end of the day, they have not done anyone. But by the time you set out the rules, once we have woken up in the morning after our morning devotion, you, John, you are going to be responsible for sweeping. You, Jane, you are going to be responsible for washing the plate. You, Janet, is going to sweep the house. You don't need to give them any other further instruction. As soon as you're done, you will see that everybody will go and take up his responsibility, and at the end, the purpose will be achieved. So as a leader, wherever we find ourselves, we need to set parameters and set boundaries so that people will not encroach into places they are not supposed to encroach. And in life generally, life principle, we need to set parameters.
Thank you, ma'am. Now she mentioned and spoke about crucial points, but let's see how can we set boundaries, maybe within the family or within the workplace.
Yeah, thank you. Don't forget that we're looking at this manual that is called character or self-government. We said the ability for you to govern yourself will bring good character. I'd like to share a story that happened to me several years back in school. We were taking this course called real analysis. So my classmates were going to read overnight. I have never done that. Actually, I'm a deep person. So I would enter the library every time to read. So this day I chose to follow them. And then we went, read, I think up to 4 a.m. By the time I came back, it was almost time for the morning paper. But by the time I entered the exam hall, I dozed off. Now you know what happened. And you don't want to ask me. Now, because I was not able to tell my strength from my weakness. That people should be able to understand this is what I can do, even in personal life. People should be able to draw a boundary. I can't watch this kind of movie, I can't dress like this, I should not sleep late, I should sleep this way. So knowing your strength and weakness can help you to set boundaries. Respecting people and people's boundaries. But again, sometimes we want to copy from people. We see people do things and we think that we want to be like everybody. Now, if I understand my strength, I won't want to be like everybody. I want to be me. I am unique. God created me unique. So understanding that basically can help me set a life boundary.
It's very important that we know ourselves, know our weaknesses, and then know our strength. In doing that, we would be able to set boundaries or set parameters around ourselves. our homes or our workplace. I hope you've been following and then you've learned one or two things on today's episode on Best Page Turners. Thank you very much, sir. It was a privilege having you with us here today. Mrs. Arams, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, viewers, I believe you have learned one or two things today on guiding principles on success. Until we come your way the next time, I remain Linus Godwin. Thank you for staying with us.